Hey everybody, it's Mind Body Synergilia. I've tried to make a video twice already. Friday it didn't work out. There was just too much noise. I used a filter because I look so tired that I wanted to put eyelashes on the filter, and it looked really funny and weird, and then I was like, forget it, fine. So yesterday I went outside, I went to the park, and I was feeling pretty okay. I mean, emotionally, it was just it's been a lot of ups and downs, but I forced myself. I felt good. There was a lot of people in the park. It was a little distracting, but I was able to do the video. Then when I come home, there was so much wind, you couldn't even hear me. So I couldn't post that either. Um, and it's just so much easier to do a video as opposed to typing. So, the health check-in is just Uh, it's it's been a rough couple of days. As I mentioned in my previous post, both video and on my blog, um, it's been a lot of ups and downs. I had a doctor's appointment, and in this doctor's appointment, I requested a refill. You can't refill until you're either down to one pill or have nothing left, basically, and they won't give it to me. And it's not United Healthcare that won't give it to me. It's actually Voquezna, the actual company that makes these pills. It's a 120 pill cap. So after that, you can't have any more. They don't do it because it's a more expensive pill and it's more potent, a lot more potent than omeprazole or pantoprazole or any of these other PPIs that people take for years. So they don't want people to take it more than, I think, between 3 to 6 months. That they don't want people to take it more than that because of the risks I get. And it's a relatively new pill here in the United States. It's from Japan, so it does work well, but that's it. So I've already started to feel the effects of the acid, because there is a such thing as PPI rebound. And so you're supposed to wean off of it so you don't have these strong effects, but that's not an option in my case. It's cold turkey. So, you know, you the effects of the rebound is you get 4 to 5 times more acid than before. So you were worse off before. I mean, you're worse off now than you were before you started the pills, because the acid is so great. Because these pills, what they do is they suppress the acid. So you're not producing that, and that gives your body time to heal, the stomach lining, the esophageal lining. And so when you don't have that, your body's producing, it's like Niagara Falls as far as acid. So, you have that little door that's holding all that water, in this case acid, and then all of a sudden the door opens and all that acid's coming out. So I've already started to feel the effects of that. And I cried. I cried for 2 days. I cried yesterday. I cried this morning. Um, because it's like, man, like I was able to get it together yesterday, even though I cried a little bit. And I was like, no, my video was yesterday was all about, um, you know, focusing again and getting, back to the drawing board. Okay, this is fine. You can go to the library, get books, research, go on the internet, research more, see what you can take. And it's just disconcerting because this morning I woke up and I had to go to the bathroom. Yeah, it's everyone's routine. You brush your teeth, you go to the bathroom, you do your business on the bowl if you have to do business on the bowl. And there's a lot of heat that comes with acid. So that's what I'm feeling, is a lot of heat. And I had the runs. So I'm thinking, okay, that's just for today. Let's see how bad it gets. But at the same time, it was that panic, because it's like, okay, I'm finally starting to go outside again, because I stopped going outside because the gastritis was so bad. Because I was going 6 to 8 times a day, and that's when I was going to doctors and nobody helped me. And so it's that slight panic that's going to happen again, because if that's the case, then I can't go anywhere anymore, because who knows when I have to go to the bathroom. And um, I'm worried about the esophagus because I had esophagitis. I asked for help. They said it'll go away with no treatment. And so I have Barrett's now. So I'm afraid, I obviously I can't keep worrying because that's just going to take the the calm of the present moment. But with Barrett's, the reason I have Barrett's is because the cells of the esophagus changed and resemble the intestines. And if there's another change, another turnover there, that's when you enter a cancer zone. And I don't want that. Like right now, I'm having enough rough time as it is with everything I'm dealing with now. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? How do I reset? How do I get through this? So, I started taking 2 days ago, I started taking something called Acid Relief from Terra Health Essentials, and it's supposed to help you with the symptoms that you get, the acid, especially because of the PPI. Well, in this case, you're supposed to take it when you're weaning off so that you don't get that rebound symptom, like, holy cow. But in this case, it's cold turkey, so I'm hoping it helps. I hope it doesn't make things worse, because with IBS, gastritis, and all this stuff, esophagitis, you don't know what the pills, any supplement or medication, you don't know the side effects. Usually for me, I've gotten reactions for everything. So, it's tough. So far, I guess so good. I've only tried one. You're supposed to take two. I always start slow, low, whatever. So this morning, I'm going to have breakfast in a few minutes, and I'm going to take two. But I don't know what to do. And I mean, like I said, I'm going to focus, reset, and everything, brain-wise, mentally. I did some yoga this morning. And of course, as I mentioned, I have no strength. I mean, I have strength to do certain things, but this right here, all I was doing was cat-cow, and like right here, it just cracked. I felt a cracking sensation, and it hurts now. So I'm like, that sucks. I gotta keep going, but it's a lot. And then to boot, my phone call with the doctor, I have that something called, when she found in the colonoscopy, which I'm not sure why she didn't take it out in the colonoscopy, but I guess it's because it's called hyperplastic granular mucosa, which is like a polyp. I don't know why it wasn't taken out. I guess because it's not like a polyp. I don't know. It resembles a polyp, but not really a polyp, not in that same category. I don't know. The point is I have that in my colon, and I need to take it out because it can cause intestinal inflammation and high levels of calprotectin, and which is what I have. The intestinal inflammation, I don't know because I've had inflammation since 2022. So I don't know. Maybe, I mean, it didn't have that mucosa thing back then because it didn't show up on the colonoscopy back then. But I got to get that done. So I have a consultation with the surgeon this month, and I can go see him because United Healthcare covers it. But the surgery center and the anesthesiologist, they're not covered. So, and you're expected to pay them up front. So I can't go get the surgery. So what are you going to do? I need to get somebody else. Maybe he can refer me to somebody, in a center that's in the network, but I don't want anybody who doesn't know what they're doing because I had enough trauma from the botched breast biopsy with incompetent people, didn't know what they're doing, and left me with all these issues. And I've been really trying every single day. I'm getting up, I'm doing my best, using the tools that I've been armed with, that I learned last year, and they've helped because I've gotten through the day. And I'm like, okay, this didn't work. Okay, fine. And it's just so much all at once. And it's just like, oh my God, So I'm like, okay, what gives me passion? What gives me happiness? Comic-Con gives me happiness. And I'm like, well, I can't go this year. And it's funny because I've had so many people that know me tell me, you got to go. You're always going to have bills. You're going to be in debt. That's fine. Go. That's the only thing you have. It's your vacation. It's the only thing that makes you happy. That's sparks that passion, and you glow when you're talking about Comic-Con aside from food, and it's true. That's the only vacation I take. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. That's it. And it's a staycation, I guess you could say, because it's in New York City. Um, but I guess I will go. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. So it's a lot of uncertainty. I know I'll get through it, but it's a lot. It's very overwhelming. And I wanted to go outside, and I'm like, forget it. Let me just do this now because I just want to get it out there because it feels good to just vent, to show. And on this blog, it's about positivity, about getting through the tough times and figuring out ways to pick yourself up and keep going. But sometimes it's not easy. Like we all go through really rough moments that bring us down, that threaten to keep us down. It's what we do in those moments that shape who we are and can just forge that path to the future. And right now it's about trying to keep the faith, trying to keep that hope alive. Because as I always mention, Once Upon a Time, that TV show, the character Mary Margaret Blanchard, she says hope, even the possibility of a happy ending, is a powerful thing. And I am trying. I'm really trying. But damn, it's a lot because I know the pain that's going to come soon. Like I was starting to eat. I think that's the thing that gets me most. I know that eating apple pie with cinnamon and eating lemon and chicken and lemon chicken and all the things that I couldn't have. I know that was still far off, and I was upset over that, but I was trying to get over that, and I was getting past it. But now with the acid, the feeling of that acid that's building again, I'm gonna eat even less. I was even eating khichdi. I think that's khichdi. It's an Indian um, rice, and it has a lot of spices, turmeric, coriander, and it felt good. It tasted good, and I didn't have any reaction, any problems or anything. And now, once the acid starts to come back up, I won't be able to eat any of that. So I'm trying to figure out what I'll be able to eat that's not going to cause reaction, and hope that in these months I don't get worse, that it doesn't feel like I'm swallowing rocks again. We'll see. I mean, being calm is important because stress is just going to build more acid and make everything worse. So, take a deep breath in. If you're feeling stressed, that diaphragmatic breathing, just breathe in a couple of times. That's what I'm going to be doing, some box breathing. And I have a sound healing later today, so I'm hoping that helps me out a little bit too, mentally and physically. It usually gives me energy. So, I mean, I don't go in with any expectations other than to relax for about an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is. But I usually feel the good effects afterwards. So it's back to the drawing board and just focusing on what I can do, having a little faith in myself that I can get through this and I can figure out how to make myself feel better, and hope that I don't need, because if I do get those pills, it'll be in October, which means nothing to me right now because we're in April. So hopefully I can, get better myself with natural things. I got some books on sound healing. I'm going to try to read those, and just a lot of prayers, a lot of meditation, and just going to try, just like the phoenix. I love that legend of the phoenix bird. I love that story. My mom has told me that story for years, to encourage me when things have been rough. And that's what I will do. from these ashes and from this fire, and there's a lot of fire going on in there with this acid, from those ashes, I'll rise again. That's the only thing I can do is keep pushing forward. Today's a bad day, but it'll get better. And it's just never give up. I even wore the headband, John Cena's Never Give Up headband, when I was doing my yoga, despite the pain that I'm getting here. But yeah, can't give up, because you never know. Tomorrow's a new day. Next week is a new week, new month, so on and so forth. And you never know what good things can happen. This is just another storm that I have to get through. And I will, just one day at a time. So until tomorrow, or until next time, my phoenixes, if you're having a rough go of things, be gracious to yourself, be kind to yourself, take a step back, cry if you have to, scream if you have to, but don't give up. You never know the good things that are just around the corner. Have a great weekend.